I watch too many damn shows. Oh my god. So hello and welcome to another video. My name is Ilse and today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite TV shows, or most likely called like the TV shows that I watch. There are a lot of TV shows and oh my god, I wrote them down and the list is huge. Like, what is my life? So I'm going to talk to you about the shows that I watch and that I'm currently watching kind of thing. And this is a bit different from the videos that I do. I did not know if you guys wanted to see something like this, but I really wanted to make this video because lately I've been obsessing over one show and I'm gonna get to that when the time comes. But let's start with the shows that I stopped watching, because the shows that I'm watching, there are a lot, so let's just keep on that. The first show that I stopped watching was The Vampire Diaries, and I am not ashamed to say that I was in love with it. But then Delana happened and it just went downhill for me there. I was not a big fan of Delana from the very beginning, and I did not dislike Damon at all. I actually I really liked him at the very beginning, but then it just got really annoying. And I'm always gonna be Delana forever, even though that ship has sailed like long time ago. This show is just ridiculous. Like I don't even know why the show is still on. Honestly, I just want to see Paul Wesley in something else, please. And this show just revolves around Ian Somerhalder. Like, I'm done with that show. The next show that I stopped watching was Grey's Anatomy. I actually started the latest season when it came out. Like, I started watching the first 2-3 episodes, I think. But then I just kind of was like, meh. It just kind of went like, I'll watch it later, and then I just didn't watch it later. And then I found out that one of the characters that I love died, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't even feel like watching it anymore, so I might as well not watch it. So I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the show actually, because most of my favorite characters are gone or dead. So there's that. Another show that I stopped watching was Pretty Little Liars. That show is just, I am done with that show. Like, I am like literally done with that show. I just get so frustrated how they get you so pumped up for like like one of the seasons, and then at the very end you're like, you're gonna find out who A is, there's gonna be a clue about who A is, and you're like, at the end of the season, oh my god, A is this person, and then you start the new season and it's like, oh wait a minute, it's not A, and you're just like, so you pump me out for nothing. And it's just really stressful, to be honest. Like, the first 2 seasons were like really great, and then like half of the 3rd season was just like meh. I don't know, I just wasn't really enjoying it anymore, so I was like, you know what, I can't watch this anymore, so I stopped watching. Another show that I kind of stopped watching, but not really, is American Horror Story. I think I watched like the first 3 episodes of the Circus season, which is the latest, but then I was just not really interested in the characters or the storyline. I don't think there was really a storyline to begin with, so I just stopped. But I think I'm gonna watch the next season because Lady Gaga is gonna be in it, and if you did not know that, I am a huge Gaga fan. So yeah, there's that. Another show that I stopped watching was Gotham. I think I watched like the first 5 episodes, and then I was just kind of like meh into it. Like, I was really into it like the first 2 episodes, I guess, and then it was just, I just didn't want to keep up, and I was just really tired of it, and I'm not really a DC fan, to be honest. So then we have Reign. Oh my god, I watched the first season and I was in love, but then the 2nd season came on and I was like, what is this? Actually, like the last couple of episodes in Reign was just like, what is happening? And then I found out something happened in the 2nd season. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not really interested, and I'm just, you know what, I'm done with that show. And I don't even know why it got renewed, to be honest, but whatever. This show, I have not necessarily stopped watching, but just I watch them sometime, I guess. It's the Big Bang Theory and Two Broke Girls. They're like comedic shows, and I really love them. Like, I am in love with those shows, but I have other shows that I really wanted to get into. So those are the shows that I stopped watching. Now there's gonna be the shows that got canceled, and I was really excited for them, which is kind of sad. The first one is Red Band Society. This was about a group of kids living in a hospital, and they each had like different terminal disease, or kind of like, well, some of them have terminal disease or not. And it was just such a great show, but then it got canceled, so they had to end it. It did end in a pretty good like note, but still I really appreciate if I really wanted more of the show and the characters, but we didn't get that. So then we got Dracula. This was a Jonathan Rhys-Meyers protagonist, where he was Dracula and all that stuff, and we didn't, I don't know why it got canceled. It was actually pretty good. Yeah, like it didn't end on a good note. Like I do not know what happened. Then we get Starcrossed. Oh my god, this was a CW show. I was really excited for it. I was really rooting for it, and it started getting really good like half of the season, or like towards the end, and then it ended, and then they said it canceled. So the story didn't even wrap. I'm really angry at that, to be honest. Another show that got canceled, I guess you could call it canceled, but it's done already. It's True Blood. I really enjoyed the first 4 seasons of True Blood, and then it just went downhill from that. Like there was a story, there was no plot line, the characters were just all over the place, and I just didn't enjoy it. Now to the shows that will always be my favorites, like always, it's Glee. Glee ended a few months ago, and I still not recovered from it. I started watching Glee, and I hate it, but then there was a Gaga episode, and I fell in love with them, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start watching it. So I did, and I fell in love with every single character. And then the tragedy with Cory Monteith happened, and I was really sad. I was really depressed I was really sad for a couple of days. But I really enjoyed Glee. The last season, like the last few episodes were really good. Like, oh my god. It's Glee. Glee will be part of my life forever, and I'm always gonna be a Gleek. Another one is Smallville. I think I stopped watching this like third season when I lived here and then moved back to to Asia. But then recently when I came back, I wanted to watch it again, so I started from the very beginning and then watched it all, because I think it was last season when they were airing it when I started watching everything. So I finished that and I enjoyed it. I loved it, but I was still really pissed off about Lana and Clark not ended up together. But then again, that's not the original story, I guess you could say. But then we got One Tree Hill. Oh my god, One Tree Hill. I started watching One Tree Hill back in the Philippines when I was like in 9th grade, and I really loved it. I think I saw like 1st and 2nd season, like I don't know. And then I moved here and I just forgot. And then I'm like, hey, there's like 6 seasons more, and I'm like, what? So I started watching it again and went to the end, and again, One Tree Hill, always and forever. And then Friends is another show that would always be my favorite no matter what. It's Friends. And if you have not watched Friends, like what the hell, man? Like seriously, what the hell? Now to the shows that I'm currently watching, enjoying, loving, obsessing over. It's quite a list. This is the list. And then it goes here and more over here. So let's start with the MTV series. I watched Teen Wolf and Faking It. Faking It is about 2 girls who started faking being lesbians just to be popular, and I really enjoy it. Then we have Teen Wolf, which is one of my top favorite shows like ever right now, because it's Teen Wolf. I used to hate Teen Wolf, but now I don't. I'm obsessed with it, especially because Dylan O'Brien and Tyler Posey. Oh my god. Then we have My Vampire Diary, which is based on a book, and it's an Irish, I think, it's an Irish show. I think, I'm not really sure, don't trust me on that, but it's just that their accent is very different from the British accent, that's why. Anyway, this is based on a book, and it's about a girl named Ray Earl who is kind of balancing like an eating disorder and self-harm type of thing, and it's kind of like her journey to herself, herself accepting like all of her insecurities and all of her like her body image and all that stuff. And I can really relate to Ray, and it's just one of those shows that it's very dear to my heart. It only has 6 episodes, so if you guys are interested in that, go watch it. It's actually really good. And then we got Hannibal, which I just got the news that it got canceled today. That's really sad because Hannibal is a great show. I think it's the only show out there that has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what will. Then we have the originals, which is the spin-off series of the Vampire Diaries. Now, you're saying you stop watching the Vampire Diaries, but you're watching the originals, and you're asking yourself if it's made by the same person, Julie Plec. Well, the originals is actually better, much better, by far, from the Vampire Diaries, because in here we have vampires, we have werewolves, we have witches, and they're more involved in it, and it's based in New Orleans. So the stories and the characters are much more diverse, and it's just more enriching, at least to me, and I love Klaus, so there's that. Then we got Doctor Who, The Walking Dead. I love Doctor Who. I am in love with Doctor Who, The Walking Dead. I think the first season and the second season were like the best seasons. Not so much the last few seasons, except for the last one actually. The last one is pretty good. But nonetheless, I really enjoy The Walking Dead. I'm obsessed with zombies, if you did not know that. We're already moving up to like my favorite shows of all time right now. And let's talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, and Daredevil. They're all Marvel, so let's just wrap them off into one. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of like, you know, Phil Coulson from the Avengers, you know, the one that Loki killed. Well, he's not dead. Spoiler alert if you did not know that. Wow. So he's alive, and this is just about the story about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. per se, and what they're encountering in the world, and it is also connected to the movies, like the Captain America Winter Soldier movies connected. And also the new Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, is connected to it. So it's like a whole Marvel universe just conversed, and I am in love with it. I love it. And then we have Agent Carter, who is, well, you know, Peggy Carter, who we saw in Captain America, the first movie, who is his love interest. Well, we have the story about her, how she, in the 1950s, I think, 1950s, 40s, I'm not really quite sure, I think it's 50s, where she's kind of like, you know, I think this is where S.H.I.E.L.D. was born, like actual S.H.I.E.L.D., and you get to see her kick ass, and it's just so, this is the best show, guys. It's like so feminist, and I'm in love with it. So, plus, Peggy Carter's kick ass. She kicks ass, so what's not to love? And then we have Daredevil, which I was not sure I was gonna watch, but I did, and I'm in love with it because it's just so dark and amazing, and Charlie Cox, man. Charlie Cox, the best. Oh my god, the best. I'm in love with Daredevil, okay? I'm in love with it. I'm so excited for the second season because we're gonna get the Punisher in, and it's just, I don't know how the story's gonna go in there, but I'm still really excited. I'm really excited. And then we have Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is one of the shows that I did not know I was gonna love, but then I loved, and now I'm obsessed. And the last season just left me heartbroken, and I don't know what to expect anymore. I have not read the books. I don't know when I will read them. I'm planning to read them, not sure when exactly, but I really want to read them. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I love Game of Thrones. I didn't expect to love Game of Thrones as much as I do, and I love the characters. And Tyrion and Daenerys are like my favorite characters of all time. And if anything happens to Tyrion, I'm gonna shit my pants. And last season was just Daenerys and Tyrion interacting with each other, and it was just the best thing in the world for me. Like, I was in heaven, literally. Then we have two other superhero shows, which is Arrow and The Flash. They're DC superheroes, and you're saying, wait, you said you didn't like DC. Well, I actually like these shows, and I like Arrow and The Flash. The Flash is actually a spin-off series of the Arrow, I guess you could say, because there was an episode where we get Barry Allen in one, and then they decided to make a spin-off of The Flash, and they did a pretty good job. Arrow is a bit more dark than The Flash, and I actually like the Arrow more than Flash. But nonetheless, they're still really good shows. Like, I mean, they're just so different, and some people say that they like The Flash more because Barry's more quirky, more, you know, like, I don't know, like cute and all that, and I agree, he's cute and he's quirky. But nonetheless, I really love the dark aspect of Arrow because of Oliver Queen and Stephen Amell. Oh, Stephen Amell, guys. Stephen Amell. Like, I can't even with him. I really cannot say how much I love those shows, and I'm really excited for the next seasons because they both got picked up for another season, so I'm really, really excited. Then there's another CW show, which is The 100, and this is one of the shows that actually Tumblr made me want to watch. I just saw a lot of people hyping it, I think it was the second season. So I started watching it, and oh my god, if you have not watched The 100, guys, what are you doing? It has kick-ass female characters, kick-ass world, and female characters. Now moving on to other shows that I've been watching. iZombie. I love iZombie. Like, it's based on a comic, and I really want to read the comic now, but then I'm not sure because, you know, it's an adaptation of it. But nonetheless, I really want to read it. But nonetheless, iZombie is about a girl who goes to a party, and then all of a sudden she wakes up and she's craving brains, and then you realize that she's a zombie, or she realizes that she's a zombie. I also used to watch Shameless US. I have not caught up with it. I just want to binge watch all of them. Then I also used to watch Drop Dead Diva, which ended. It ended pretty good, but I was really sad that it ended, and I didn't want it to end, and it did. We're on with my favorite top, I think you could say, 3 shows of all time, and that is Once Upon a Time, Sense8, and Supernatural. I think I already narrowed it down to my 3 favorite shows. Wow. Okay, so Once Upon a Time. I love Once Upon a Time, and ever since the very beginning I was really interested in it, mostly because it had the whole fairy tale aspect, and how, you know, Snow White, Prince Charming, the evil queen, and all that, and I really enjoy it. Captain Swan. I am a Captain Swan shipper, okay? I can't help it. Then we have Sense8. I've been obsessing over the show for the past week. Oh my god. It's basically a sci-fi show, and the creators of The Matrix are the ones, or the authors of this amazing show. And I'm not really the big fan of The Matrix. My dad is, and he made me hate the movies, to be honest, because he used to play them over and over again. But Sensei is amazing, and oh my god, there's so much stuff going on in Sense8, and I think I want to make a separate video talking about this show because it's amazing, and I really wish people would watch it. It's a Netflix original series, so it's on Netflix. I think there are 12 episodes, and you can just binge watch them whenever you want, and oh my god, it's amazing. It's basically about one death that kind of connects 8 people, or makes a cluster of 8 people from different parts of the world with different cultures, and they can feel like their emotions, their physicality, I guess you could say, and it's just amazing. Like, you have a gay character, we have a transgender character, we have a person from Africa, from Mumbai, from India, from Germany, from the States, from Europe, and it's just, and from Asia, Asia. And it's such an amazing character. It's like, I am in love with each and every one of those characters. Like, they're my children. Like, that's my tag for them in Tumblr, my children, because if anything happens to them, I will kill for them. Like, so if you guys are interested of me making a separate video talking about this video, please tell me down below, because I really want to talk about it. But I also want people to be interested in it. And now to my number one. My number one, Supernatural. Well, that's my favorite show. It's everything to me. I have watched that show since 2005, like 10 years of my life, basically. I'm in love with it. I love the characters, I love the storylines, I love everything about that show, and I love the cast. I love Jared and Jensen Padalecki. I love Misha Collins. I'm going to collect all of, just because of Supernatural. Like, this is Sam, this is Dean on in a suit, and this is Dean and with the blade, and I am in love with this show. Like, I can't even begin to explain how much I love the show. This is a story about family and friendship, and I cannot tell you how many times I cried while watching the show. So those are all the shows that I watch, and oh my god, there are a lot. I am so sorry if this video is so long. But nonetheless, thank you again for watching, and please comment down below if you watch any of the shows, if you have stopped watching any of the shows. Just tell me what you think of the shows that I've said, or if you're interested, and I can tell you, like, yes, no, oh my god, stop. Or, like I said before, if you want me to make a separate video about Sense8, please tell me down below, because I really want to, but then again, I don't really want to, like, you know, make it. So thank you for watching. I guess I'll see you guys in another video. Bye! It's just amazing, the acting, and I don't know, the fandom is the best fandom to be in, to be completely honest. The Supernatural family is the best fandom ever.